Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we are taking a look at the Spidi Master Combat H2Out Jacket available at RevZilla.com. So for you riders out there that want something that's a little bit more casual, something that you can wear on or off the motorcycle, but you still want full protection, you can consider Spidi's Master Combat H2Out. This is going to be 2-3 season cold weather, and what you're going to see is a full sleeve 150 gram thermal liner. You are going to have an H2Out waterproof Z-liner baked into this and no ventilation, so it's really not something you're going to want to stretch into the summer months, especially if you're riding in a warmer climate. Now, when we're talking about sizing with this, Juice on my left-hand side is going to be a 42-inch chest. He's going to wear his jeans in a size 32. He's going to weigh in at 195 pounds, and he stands at 5'10". We have him in a size large, and you're going to see it fits him nicely. Really nice overall lines. This is going to be a longer jacket, and again with that more casual urban feel. Now, sizes are going to range from a medium up to a 4XL, and there's two colors available for this. You're going to notice that Juice is wearing the navy blue option, and there's also going to be a sage option as well, which is more of an olive style color. Now, when we're talking about Spidi as a brand, this is going to be a premium European manufacturer that we've really seen push hard into the US over the past 12 months or so. And with something like the Master Combat, this is going to come in around that $500 price point. This is the top of their food chain for a textile, classic inspired piece. Something that's a little bit more office appropriate if you are getting into, riding back and forth to work and you need something that looks nice in a business environment. Now, if you want something that has a very similar style to this, but it's not quite on the same level as far as the construction, you'd want to check out the Tactic Pro. The Tactic Pro has a little bit more of a military feel while still maintaining a very similar cut to the Master Combat H2Out. So when we're talking about the construction, that's really what's going to set this aside as a step up over the Tactic Pro. This is going to go to a full-on Cordura cotton construction versus just the regular proprietary polyester that you're going to see in the Tactic Pro. And that's the main difference is when you're looking at the two jackets in Spidi's lineup, you're getting into a full Cordura with the Combat. Now, breaking down the Master Combat from the top all the way down, starting with the collar, the first thing you're going to notice is that 150 gram thermal liner does a really nice job of giving you even more coverage than just the regular jacket does, blocking the wind, making sure you stay nice and warm, and it pushes up into the underneath side of the helmet. At the collar, you are going to have a dual snap closure at the top so you can fine tune where you want that to fit, and you'll also notice there's going to be a removable hood with this. As we work our way down, you're going to have two different kinds of armor coming into play in both the shoulders as well as the elbows. In the shoulders, you're going to get the Multitech armor, which is a little bit more soft and pliable. And then when you get down into the elbows on this, you're going to get into the ForceTech armor. And what that gives you is just a little bit of a beefier style armor, both of which are going to be CE Level 1 rated. Juice, I'm going to have you hold your hand up for a second and just going to spin it this way. Now, when we take a look at this, you are going to have a two-snap closure at the wrist, and you're not going to have the elastication. So if you're looking at the Tactic Pro has elastication around the cuff, where the Master Combat just gives you a full Cordura cuff with this. Now, starting with this top, kind of just working our way through, the first thing that's going to stand out for you is you're going to have asymmetry in the pocket design. This is something that I really like. I like the asymmetrical look of the Master Combat. You're going to have a curved pocket on the right-hand chest, and then you're going to have just a traditional cargo pocket over the left side. When you get down to your two cargo pockets on the bottom, these are going to be fold-over water-resistant pockets. And we say water-resistant because there's no YKK water-resistant zip at top, so you can still run the chance of having a little bit of water kind of pushing down from the top. But you will see they are going to be a lined pocket, and then just two snaps to hold them down. Juice, I'm going to have you go ahead, throw the hand up in the rider position. Now, when you're taking a look at the jacket from the side, the first thing that's going to stand out is you've got this large gusset working just behind the shoulder. So if you're wearing this on a sport touring bike, maybe something with a little bit of a lean to it, you can still move yourself nicely from side to side without being constricted by the overall jacket. And then when you look at the waist adjuster on this, you're going to have a 4-position snap adjuster, so you can really articulate the fit to match with your unique body style. Juice, I'm going to have you face backwards for me. And as we take a look at the hood, you're going to have a little pop of reflectivity if you decide to leave the hood on. And then if you don't want the hood, it just snaps right off. And once it's off, you're going to notice that there is a nice mesh liner on the inside of this. And if you don't want the hood on there, it's that easy to remove. And then you just toss it to the side. Now, working your way down the back, again, you can see that 100 gram thermal liner really does a nice job of pushing up underneath where the helmet's going to sit, making sure there's no wind flow, and making sure you're staying warm in those colder months of the year. And as you work your way down the back, there's not much to see. Really nice, clean lines. Spidi's really focused on who this jacket is intended for, and they didn't throw overall crazy branding all over this particular piece. And you are going to notice that this is a very long cut to this. So this is actually going to sit below the actual seat of your jeans. There's not going to be a connection zip or anything there because of the maximum coverage it's going to provide for you. Now, there's no back protector included in this. I would recommend getting the Warrior back protector, which will go ahead and it'll slide right in, and it will give you that full CE-rated protection in the event of a crash. Juice, you may face forward, and I'm going to have you on-snap and on-zip. And as you're walking down, you're going to see nice coverage. There's going to be a nice waterproof, windproof gusset there, making sure you're not going to have any excess wind or water pushing through. Now, the first thing that's going to stand out here is you're going to notice corduroy lining the inner thermal liner. Going to be extremely comfortable against the skin. It's just going to be a nice way to provide extra warmth as well as comfort. And you will see it is going to be a snap-out liner. This is going to have a microclimate technology in here, which means you're going to have a little bit of venting underneath the armpit so you don't overheat. And Juice, I'm going to have you go ahead and on-snap that. And as he's working it down, you're going to see really easy to just on-snap. You can pull the liner out. And if you're wearing it without the liner, you are going to have, just really nice, comfortable sweat-wicking mesh. And you'll see along the bottom, there is going to be a drawstring as well. So you can tighten it down around your waist and making sure you don't have airflow pushing up from the bottom. And lastly, there will be a Napoleon pocket on the inside for a little bit of extra storage. Juice, you may zip up for me. So if you are looking for a step up over the Tactic Pro, maybe you're looking for something that you can ride into the office place and still walk around with during the day if you go out to lunch with your coworkers, the Spidi Master Combat H2Out is definitely one to consider, especially if you're planning on battling the elements as well as your commute. Now, there's a lot of riders out there that are rocking Spidi gear, and if you want to hear more about what they have to say, simply click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, and you can read rider reviews from folks that are already out there rocking Spidi jackets on their rides. If you have more questions for us, pick up the phone and give one of our Gear Geeks a call at 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Spidi Master Combat H2Out Jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.